Up. And they're off, popping out smartly. Visualization, the Devoy Stakes winner at Nace on return. Leads in the early stages from Fastnet Crown. Point Lonsdale going up to the leader, followed by Self Belief and last year's winner Lafayette, the back marker. In the lead by half a length is Visualization, followed by Point Lonsdale, with a gap of 3 lengths to the nose banded Fastnet Crown in third. After the outsider Self Belief and Lafayette, as its Visualization, and Declan McDonough showing less than a length in front of Point Lonsdale and Wayne Lorden. 3.5 lengths back to, in third place, Fastnet Crown and Dylan Brown McMonigal, and then Self Belief Billy Lee with fifth of the 5. Coming up to the 7 mark is Lafayette and Colin Keane. Racing uphill in the SP or better guaranteed with total age stakes, Group 3 over 10 furlongs. Its Visualization followed closely by Point Lonsdale. 4 wins at 2, missed most of last season. In third place is Fastnet Crown, and then Self Belief and Lafayette. They're in single file, just outside the halfway stage, and they're nicely spaced out. It's Visualization tracked by Point Lonsdale, going further away from Fastnet Crown, now 6 lengths adrift in third, and then Self Belief and Lafayette. Further strung out, making the descent for the approach to the straight, it's Visualization and Declan McDonough. Stalked in by Point Lonsdale and Wayne Lorden. 6-7 lengths cleared of Fastnet Crown and Dylan Brown McMonigal. Then Self Belief, Billy Lee, Lafayette remains the back marker. Colin Keane, order unchanged as they breast the bend for the approach to the straight. 3.5 furlongs to go. Visualization turns in with a lead of less than 2 lengths. Nudged along second is Point Lonsdale. A good 5 lengths back then of Fastnet Crown. Lafayette brought to the outside, and in between horses is Self Belief. With a quarter of a mile to go, it's Visualization in the lead and pressurising Point Lonsdale, who gets a reminder. The 2 remain clear of Lafayette, who's running on in the middle of the track at a Fastnet Crown, who's followed then by Self Belief. It's Visualization from Point Lonsdale, who's digging down deep in second place as they hit the furlong pole. Visualization challenged by Point Lonsdale, the near side, who's now level. 150 yards to go, and it's Point Lonsdale wearing down Visualization as Point Lonsdale gets back on track on seasonal reappearance. Wednesday alleged for Wayne Lorden and Aidan O'Brien, turning into a good afternoon for them. Visualization second, Lafayette third.
Aidan O'Brien's just completed a double with Point Lonsdale. Aidan, I'm sure very, very pleased, first and foremost, to get him back to the track. How would you rate his performance there?
Yeah, no, delighted, Gary, really. Obviously, he hasn't run since the Guineas last year. We always thought he was a very smart 2-year-old, and we never stepped him up beyond 7, even though we always felt that he wanted a mile at 2. And then, obviously, his form was he had top form at 2, and then he obviously ran in the Guineas. He got injured last year and never ran after that. So it was a big run from him, first time back in that ground for such a long time and stepping up to 1.25 miles. So Wayne was delighted with him. He gave him a lovely ride, relaxed lovely, and he said he's brave. He gets lazy in the middle of his races, but he said he hit the line very well.
And against a race-fit rival as well, Aidan, Visualization won really well at Nace. I suppose if there were any flaws in your guide, they would have been found out there.
Oh, absolutely. This Joseph's horse, like, he was fit and he had him in good order, and I don't think any of the horses from behind closed at all, you know. So, like, Wayne did well to follow the pace and obviously knew what the horse he had to beat, and in that ground it's very hard to make up ground, you know. So no, you couldn't be happy with him really, Gary.
Wayne was just saying he thinks 1.5 miles could seem to even better effect. What sort of targets would you have mapped out for him?
Yeah, sure. Like, obviously then you're talking about the Coronation, a run before it or not. Like, we'll see how he gets out of this. Like, he was away the first day of the flat here himself and Luxembourg, and they all came up in a bunch there together. So yeah, so if he comes out of it, he could take in another run before then, and if not, could be a proper race from something like the Coronation.
You mentioned Luxembourg there, Aidan. He's, I think, being considered for the Ghana. Is the Coronation likely to be on his agenda?
It's possible. The Ghana is the first one, and we have to decide about that within the week. Like, if he doesn't go to the Ghana, he could come here for the Moors Bridge, I think. So at the moment he's on course for the Ghana, and everything is going well with him. Like I said, he was away here the first day of the flat for a gallop as well with Point Lonsdale. So no, so far everything is going looking towards that, but it won't be decided probably within the week.
Aidan, we saw good performance from Democracy in the opener as well. Wayne was pretty complimentary about him, felt he could be up there in the top bracket of the 2-year-olds. What do you feel about
Yeah, he's a very good traveller, Gary. Shows a lot of pace. None of the 2-year-olds have been dropped and asked to quicken yet at home, and when they are being asked, they're a little bit at sea, and he was a little bit that way, travelled very strong, and just when Wayne asked him to go, he was a little bit at sea. So because of that, plenty improvement could come when they get used to getting down and quickening. But you'd have to be very happy. He's a big horse. He handled the ground. He's strong and he's mature, and no, you'd have to be very happy with him.
6 furlongs a good fit for him for now, at least?
I think it's no problem. Yeah, I think, and even if he needs to go further, I wouldn't think that would be a problem either. Just loads of stamina on the dam side, and obviously he's by known in ever, which would be a very strong influence for speed.
And Aidan, just finally, Derby trials obviously going to start ramping up from now on. What are we looking forward to getting out over the next week or two?
Oh, Jeannie, there's a lot there, and like that's all going on at the moment. The horse that went to Leopardstown the last day will probably go back, the Camelot horse, and we've a lot that we ran a horse in France today. Saxon Warrior horse ran a lovely race. He was only beaten a couple of lengths. And then the like of Adelaide River, the horse that won in Navan, the Australia horse, they're all there to come. The horse won in Maiden, the Dubawi horse that Wayne won in Dundalk. They're all, and obviously then Augustus Rodin is on course for the Guineas. So all those things will we come Dernestown, Chester time, Dante time. That's that's really the last time you can get those Derby horses out and not be too close, you know. So that's what they're all looking towards, that kind of a fortnight at the moment, Gary.
Great. So, and just finally, Little Big Bear all as well with him since he had his little blow here.
Yeah, he's very well. He's done a few pieces of work since. He travels very strong in his work. He is a quick horse, obviously, as we know. He hasn't been asked. He's been working over the 7 furlongs. He hasn't been asked to do a lot over it yet, but he's relaxing into his work and doing it well. But the next couple of weeks, work's going to get more serious, and hopefully we will know a lot more then. But at the moment, Ryan rode both of them last week. Ryan rode both of them the last piece of work, and he seemed happy with both.
Great to hear. Aidan, as ever, thanks for your time. Well done.
Thanks, Gary.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.